Welcome back. This is Ravens Buildless, and I would like to describe my experience for the first time going to a Ghost concert. Um, it was exciting. It was extremely hot. I'll get to that in a little bit. The venue sucked, and I'll get to that in a second. So we drove 2 hours to get to the venue in Riverside, California. My friend is like a super fan of Ghost, and I was like, they had an extra ticket. I'm like, yeah, I'll go, cool, I'll check them out, because I kind of familiar with them a little bit. So we drove 2 hours to get up this place. We get there, find parking. We're there 5 hours early because they're afraid of like the line and everything. That was gonna be super long and getting in there. So we get there. There's like it's in a church type thing. It's pretty cool. So we get there, and I'm taking pictures. I mean, it looks amazing on the outside. We actually get front of the line because she's friends with like some Instagram guys that traveled all the way from Phoenix to get there, and then from Phoenix, and then they follow them into the next show, Tucson, I think it was. So there's also some people from Canada that are there. So we get there and we get to the front of the line and stuff. We have our drinks and stuff. We quickly run out of that, but these Ghost fans are like super freaking nice. They're the nicest fans I've ever met. They're very friendly. They kind of like treat you like family and stuff like that. Some people had been there for like 14 hours to get in line. They already had general admission. They're sold out. And of course, they have VIP and stuff like that, also sold out. So as it gets closer to the thing, we're getting excited and we're talking. We're meeting new friends that are Ghost fans or that like video games and stuff like that. So we get there, and we're already there, obviously. It was 98 degrees outside. 98 degrees all fucking day. So they're like baking in the sun and stuff like that. It was great, though. They had people that brought chairs, umbrellas, and water and snacks and Gatorade. Like, we quickly ran out, but they gave some of it to us. They're like, oh, you're like, we can't do that to you. So super nice fans. So about 2 hours, it gets super crowded. Left to the start, people are making jokes and stuff, and it's great, and talking about like what's their favorite, what's not their favorite. People are like talking about shows and just random stuff. So we get to about an hour before the show starts, and there's a line for VIP, and there's still the general admission that wraps around the building. What ends up happening is the venue, for some odd reason, announces that they're selling Fast Pass tickets for $30 each to get in 30 minutes early, which is essentially $1 per minute, which was a big FU to people who had been there since, for 14 hours and drove out of town. Maybe even came in from out of the country. It was a huge fuck you to Ghost fans, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't Ghost's fault. It wasn't the band. It was the venue that decided to do that the last minute, an hour before, to sell these. So it's like to make extra money off like general admission people, which is like super fucked up. Or people also, VIP. So you could be VIP, but then they added an extra thing on there by adding $30 that was sold on site that they announced at the last minute. So you can imagine there's a lot of people pissed off. So people that are at the very, very back of the line, this building, and it wrapped around the block like twice. They are now suddenly at the front of the line next to VIP, which is like, okay, so now first come, first serve don't matter now, and so you decide to sell these fast passes so they can get in with VIP early, which is like super fucked up. So this goes from these fans are like super friendly and stuff to like there's irritated people because they have been waiting 14 hours. It's 98 degrees out. I've been waiting personally 5 hours, but I was like so freaking hot and just like, I just wanted to get in there and stuff like that. And so a lot of angry people, and people are commenting on and just like grumbling and just angry with the venue itself. And they're like, I gotta remember, it wasn't Ghost, it was the venue in Riverside, some Municipal building, I think it is. Super shitty on their part. So we finally get in after waiting like an hour or so after the fact that they open. So we didn't get to the front. General admission was not able to get to the front because they sold these fast pass tickets. So pissed off. So we're like 6 back, I guess. Even though we got there first, and well, we didn't get there first. We got there with people that got there first. So a lot of angry people. So but you know, you get excited, you kind of forget about that. You're like, okay, so you're in there, you're waiting and stuff like that. And it's kind of nice inside for the most part. Waiting for Ghost to start. I didn't know what to expect. I love their show, by the way. Their show was fucking amazing. It was the first time I've ever been, and the first time with my friend too that I've been. So we're in there, and it's kind of warm in there, and there's just a lot of people in there, so it's gonna create a lot of body heat. They didn't turn on the air. The air was not on. I don't know if it was broken or off or whatever. It got so hot in there within 3 songs. There was people like almost passing out. There was people like they opened the giant doors. There's people like moving to the exits and stuff like that. So it's just like I had to about like same thing with 2 songs in. I had to go from where I was all the way to the exit to see on the side of Ghost, and I'm like staying. I'm like, I'm not leaving. We waited here like, 10 hours or whatever. Not 10 hours. We waited 5 hours. Other people waited 14 hours. My group found me, and they were having the same issues too. It could have been earlier from the sun. That like I said, 98 degrees. Luckily, I didn't get sunburned because I used sunscreen. But it's like, so we're at the exit. I'm at the exit, and then we gravitate towards the back, which was a lot better view than being up front. It was just way too freaking hot in there. It was so hot that the band itself, Tobias or Toby, forgive me if I'm wrong, the Cardinal, he amazing character, Cardinal Copia, amazing. I loved it. He was so funny and so energetic, even how hot it was. They took a break and stuff like that, and he commented on it. He's just like, "Hey, it's hot in here, isn't it?" And this guy's like wearing a mask, and he's wearing a makeup, and he's wearing this outfit, and he has 3 costume changes, and the ghouls are wearing their costumes, and they're freaking hot too. Like they're just like, you can tell, and they got the lights on them too, so that's even more hot. Like I don't know how these guys aren't dying on her. It's like, and it's bad too. It's like they're putting on this show for us, and it's amazing. I loved it. The songs I liked was Mummy Dust. That was really good. Ritual. I like the new song Rats. That was a freaking awesome song. It was fun for that part. It was the first experience for me. They had some songs that go really hard, and they have some songs that are like a little more mellow, which is fine. Like I said, the fans were great. There wasn't no like moshing. Like Ghost isn't something you really mosh to, but there's always like some asshole that tries to start a mosh like that at a show like that. The security was for the most part pretty cool. They took out this dude that was like trying to start fights with people. Some stupid idiot that got too drunk. They got him out real fast. That was really the only good thing about the venue. Like I think if it wasn't my first time there seeing someone that I really wanted to see, and the band wasn't that really good, I would have fucking left, because like I said, the venue was shit. Like I kind of hope they come closer to me next time so I don't have to go to someplace. I don't know if they'll pick that venue again. They probably won't, due to how fans like complain, and I can tell the band was super uncomfortable from the venue. To do that, how shitty that was with the tickets. So we stayed through the whole thing and stuff like that, and we actually, the more dedicated fans that had been there all day, we like wanted to catch them just to get by their tour bus and stuff like that. So this is Cinco de Mayo too. So there's a bar next door, it's kind of funny, and there's like rowdy people. But that's besides the point. So we waited out there 2 hours, after, and there's like 40 plus people like waiting for Ghost to see them. And one of the guys comes out, I think it's eighth tier. Forgive me if I'm like total noob with Ghost. Like this is my first experience with them. But he came out and he signed autographs. He was really fucking awesome, really nice and stuff like that. Unfortunately, about after 2 hours he was out there for like 20 minutes. Really great guy. No one else came out because I guess there's too much people, which is understandable. They're tired. The event, it's really, really hot for them. Everyone else is like tired. They're just super dedicated fans. They're like almost passing out on the sidewalk, and this is like 2:00 in the morning. So we decided to bail after that. We didn't want to wait until to see the rest of the band and stuff like that. If they would come out of their tour bus, but their Ghost is amazing. Like their performance wise, I'm gonna say that I said this multiple times and I repeated myself, but it's like they're so theatrical. They're like so just like their production is just it's just amazing. Like their costumes, their music, their lighting. Um, it's very like their songs are very catchy and stuff like that. So I maybe not be like some of the songs I'm kind of like not into just for various reasons. Um, but for the most part, it's like I had such a great time, and like I said, I repeat this again. The fans are so great. Compared to other concerts, like some fans were complete assholes. Like they kept it together even though like the venue was disappointing and stuff like that. A lot of them were gonna go to the next show, which apparently I heard was amazing, and the show before that was amazing. So, like I said, it wasn't any. It was like at the Roxy. The show it was a private show, but the shows before that weren't. They were the venues were great apparently from what I was told. So it was just that venue particularly was absolutely horrible, horrid. It's the first and last time that I will probably spend 5 hours at any concert beforehand. Lesson learned. I usually typically get to a concert like 2 hours beforehand because I want to enjoy. I like to pregame it. The heat was so bad. There was like I didn't want to pregame it at all. I didn't want any beer. Some of the guys had beer and stuff like that. It's like I don't want to drink, dude. I'm already getting dehydrated from the sun, and it's just like parking's like really bad too. So, if it wasn't for my first time and say I wasn't a hardcore fan or whatever, I probably sadly would have left like halfway through the show. What was keeping me there was like just my first time, and just like I loved the performance they put on. It's just like it's like the venue affects like half the show, and unfortunately it's like I said, good time, bad experience with the venue. So those are my complaints or my rant with that, and like what I loved, what I didn't love, and I look forward to hopefully seeing them again, and hopefully a better venue, better place, a little closer to me and stuff like that, would be totally awesome. So there's that. That's my experience from my first Ghost concert, and if you do like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe for all things gaming related news, and this happens to be an off topic view. That's why it's going to be my off topic section. Thank you for watching.